All right, so this is part 2 of the pond reflection demonstration. I have got the unblurred photograph now, and it's amazing how much more stuff I can see that I didn't even notice. Like people have put in these like trees and stuff in here. I didn't actually ever see that when I was looking at this. So yeah, so I'm gonna start with the sky. Ugh. I'll tell you what I'm worried about right away is that I'll make it too light. I'm worried about that. I want to be sure that I don't lose the drawing of in here. I did redraw the house before I turn on my camera. There's this tree. There is this one more. I don't know if I want that one or not. I evidently never wanted it before, but and I redrew some of these things just now because I thought maybe yeah, to make a little more variation in that line instead of so straight. So we'll see. Okay, so sky. So I'm trying not to make it too light. So I'm going to be a little cautious, I guess, about that. So I used that so I wouldn't use that really, really light pink, which was like the only thing I could really think to use. But and some purple, of course. Yeah, see the amazing things you guys do on your, yeah, like on the detail. I don't know if I really could never, ever actually be able to do it, or if I just can't do it because I'm not working on these things long enough. But I'm pretty suspicious that I just would never be able to do that kind of detail. So I'm trying to make it better. So wow, just that fast, how many colors have I used in the sky? And I just think that sort of speaks to how far away from finished I must be really in the real world if I was to really finish things. And sometimes, I mean, I've said this before, but I just feel like I can't finish them because they're started too quickly. So they're not good enough. The starts aren't good enough because there's a certain amount of pressure. But I do kind of wonder, well, what is this, 8 colors now I've used in here? And I don't honestly feel any closer to accurate than I did when I turned on the camera. All right, so then what I'm going to do is I'm going to oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put in that, this, because that's like the lightest thing in the whole picture, and maybe it'll help me. Who knows? Okay, so start with that. In the photograph, I took out the lights and things that were really bugging me. Okay, so I'm going to work straight down from the sky, but I'm going to keep an eye on this business too, and who knows, maybe I'll start over here. I want to make sure that that comes forward. That might be too much. All right, let's get out that really dark color again if I can find that. Nope, that is not it. That is a green, and it belongs with the blues. It was in the blues. That's green too. Well, I kept meaning to mention this last night while I was watching the video Monday night, because I just saw how much the whole easel was moving, and I'm pushing really hard. One thing I said I worked on these things, but yeah, I kind of lost that business, didn't I? I've said many times before that the last time over on a painting, I try to work on the things that are on front last, and I totally forgot about that right now, which I think just also speaks to the fact that I'm really not, oh golly, not really in the finished, like it's, in my mind, it's not finished. Well, there's that exact same color again. How did I do that? Right. All right, and then it's probably way too orange. Yeah, it'd probably make you feel better if you knew how terrible I feel right now while I'm painting. How worried I feel and how like, oh my God. And the whole time if I'm watching the video with class, it's like, all I can think is, when is she going to fix that? How did she ever not see that? And when is she going to fix it? And a lot of times I feel like I'm saying things that are absolutely the opposite of what I'm doing. So I just think you should know that, oh God, this is pretty funny too. The other night in my, the other day in my afternoon class, somebody asked me like, how many years was it before I was comfortable? And it was like, honestly, do you really, I look comfortable now? Because I wouldn't say I feel comfortable. I feel anxious is what I feel. All right, so I'm going to leave that for right now, because how long can you just work on one thing? And I'm going to come back here, and I see that I would like that tree to silhouette a little more against the lighter color from behind. And I'm going to see if I can keep this a softer sort of thing going on here, where it's not so, you know, da-da-da-da-da-da. I did really like this little bit darker ridge right along in here, though. I do want to have that. So that's a place like right there where then I do that. Then I want to definitely try to come back and do that next layer on top so that it comes forward of the one behind it and literally is on top, not that literally the brush stroke for the closest part is on top of the brush strokes for the further back part. So I kind of wonder now, I'm just like right this minute thinking about how much I usually talk about how I like to have some sort of a zigzag going back in the painting, and I do not have one at all. I don't know if I could try to create one now, but I think that's part of what's bugging me about, like, how do I decide what's going to be the most interesting part, or where, you know, where is the center of whatever the different centers of interest. That was way over the top, just saying. In the category of mistake making, that probably was one. Let's see if I can do something. All right, and then I need to get that dark back in there, under here. So see, it's not really, it's not just a curve here, it's a series of straight lines that meet the water of these little reed things coming out. I just feel like you're lucky you can't hear what's going through my mind all the time I'm doing this. Let's see, the most current thing I'm thinking is, why the heck would anyone take a class with me? And then I'm thinking, oh, wow, well, you know, it's because all the really good painters, they don't waste their time with teaching. So this is what you can get for somebody who's willing to spend the kind of time it takes to be an art teacher and give up painting time. This is the best you can get. So, golly, I'm really sorry. I don't know, it's been a long day today. And then I'm kind of in the midst of some sort of, not a crisis exactly, but just like painting. The oil paintings I've been doing have so much detail, and actually a lot of these pastels have a lot of detail too, and I guess I don't know, I'm just in some sort of I'm in an interesting place with my painting, I think. Okay, boy, look how I got that all way too big. Okay, so this needs to come up more into there. Reflections. And then I need some darker stuff too, to be the reflections of the trees. I need the grass reflections too. But you know, it's really too late to start a new career here. For me. I might not be as good as I wish, but oh my God. At least I've been working at it for a while. Yeah, I kind of lost my surface now. Or maybe not. Maybe that was just the chart. The pastels, sometimes they get hard sides. So maybe that was okay. I just know I need some purple in here. Okay, in that dang house. Holy cow. Okay, try that reflection again. I think I'm gonna have to get right in front of my picture. Yeah, so you probably heard me say before, don't do things that look like railroad tracks. Okay, so here we have railroad tracks. Perfect example. I'm so glad I was able to do that for you. Perfect example of making something too repetitive. Oh, dang, these things. So, well, just see if I can do them. Those reeds. Luckily, I watched the great job some of you guys did on them. Really good job. I need more darks in here behind that side. So I can't seem to make these things have the kind of variety I want them to the first time over. So I have to go back and I have to really focus on that, like of messing things up so that they're not all the same height and the same distance apart from each other. Okay, so there's a lot of things maybe in too much competition. So too yellow. Okay, well, yeah, let's put some purple in there. Oh, golly, I just had the most ridiculous idea. I don't know. I just wanted to see how it would look to make reflections in the windows. And I don't know. And you start making stuff up like that, and you think, well, but then should the reflections have been on the other side of the house? Or maybe the lights are on? I don't know. What is that straight line there? So hopefully then the last thing I'm just going to do here is look at that, look how much I line those up in a row. Made those spaces all the same. So fuzzy. But you know, I don't know. I don't know if I could do any better than this. I think it's... You are not behaving. Yeah, see, it's so easy to get too light. All right, it's the best I can do. I think it looks better in real life than it does, so I'm going to take a photograph of it, and then I think you'll be able to see it a little better. It's not really quite as fuzzy as it looks. I know I don't have these shapes right, but I'm too tired to do it anymore, so thank you for watching.